In today's video, we will be repairing the quarter panel, the A-post, as well as the pan roof.
So before we can actually even start working on that rear quarter, what we'll do is remove the doors, the side skirt and the wing.
Behind the damaged quarter panel, we had a lot of modules situated, all of which need to be unplugged and removed. The roof lining, the rear seats, shelving covers, curtain airbags were all taken out. When it comes to welding, we do run risk anything catching fire.
Right, so the original plan was to actually work on the quarter panel, get that all pulled and get it prepped for the new quarter panel. But instead, guys, we are going to be working on the pan roof. So we're basically trying to remove the top glass section right here. So in a dilemma, we can't really remove it because there's actually three T25 bolts holding in on each side. Now what we need to do is get the roof glass, the glass up, tilted so you can get access to it. So what we find is that this motor right here that controls the glass roof has got this special function right here. So in an emergency, you could actually tilt it up and open it or close it. So in our situation, we need to open it. So as you guys can see, the roof's getting lifted up. And now we've got access to our T25 bolts.
So the pan roof does have two separate pieces of glass. You guys saw us remove the front piece, it was just screwed into place. Now for the back piece, it is a bit more different. It is glued into place, and in order for us to actually cut the glue, we have to remove the rear windscreen. This allows the cheese wire easy access to do the cutting.
So we have finally removed that pan roof, guys. It was a struggle to actually do so. You've done it in two different sections. So you started off the rear glass, removed that, then the front glass. I mean, you used a cheese wire to actually cut that seam sealer. It was a struggle because they kept hitting against the metal frame and cutting the wire.
Yeah, it took us about a good 3 or 4 hours to get it done.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, what's going to be even harder is the pan roof that we bought. Yeah, that's going to be even more difficult because on here, obviously because the roof is all smashed up, we can kind of access the top of the roof as well. So we can send the wire through the top. With the pan roof, you're going to have to work underneath it because the glass is intact, so that's going to probably take us about, even longer than 3-4 hours. So we're not looking forward to that. But anyways, guys, that's the job for after. But for now, see what we're working on now, we're going to be doing the quarter panel, pull the quarter panel.
Yes, what we'll do is we'll pull that quarter panel out. Once that's done, we'll make room, get the car positioned on the side, then we could get that roof in and the quarter panel.
So we want to reduce the stress on the other panels in this area. So by actually pulling the quarter panel, this helps reduce the stress, and also knocking it with a hammer shocks the panel and it helps hold it into place. We want to get this quarter roughly aligned to where it needs to be, so when it comes to putting the new panel on, it's going to fit like a glove. So with the quarter panel all pulled out and roughly aligned to where it needs to be, we decided to start work on the pan roof. Now we paid about £700 for the pan roof, that's with delivery, so it's not a bad price. But yeah, it took us a couple of hours to actually remove the pan. It wasn't as bad as we thought it was going to be, but we finally removed it. We then started work on the quarter panel.
We drilled out all our spot welds, and then we started to separate the panels by using a hammer and chisel. In some areas we had to use a blowtorch because there was quite a lot of panel bond holding the panels together. And then we struggled quite a bit where the foam pad actually holds both panels together. Now there is a pad with quite a bit of glue that's holding the panels together, so we struggled to take the panel off. So we had to run a blade on both sides of the panel to remove the glue from the foam pad. Once that was done, the quarter panel came straight out. So with the donor panel all drilled out, it's time to repeat the exact same process again, but this time on the damaged quarter panel. So we just got done drilling all them spot welds out the panels that we're going to be replacing. So we must have went through about 250 to 300 spot welds. I went through 2 packs of drill bits. Some of the drill bits that we actually bought were blunt from the start, so we need to find a different supplier for them. But for now guys, we're going to be replacing this top section here. As you can see, we got a new panel right here that's going to go on, and also the quarter panel. Now the way we done it is we grinded down all the spot weld sections and also edge primed it so they're ready to go. So what's going to happen is the quarter panels are going to actually go on, and we're going to obviously put it on here, overlap it with this panel and do a cut straight into it. So the wheel arch did have a bit of damage, so we were thinking about replacing it, but we decided to just fix it instead. It weren't too bad, we just gave it a bit of heat and knocked it out with a hammer. Before we start work on the quarter panel, there is a small piece which is a part of the boot floor that needs to be fitted in, so we're going to have to weld this in first, then we can start work on the quarter panel. Using a trammel gauge, we took measurements of another E63 so we know from point to point what the gaps are supposed to be, and this is going to show us exactly where the quarter panel is supposed to sit. We then fitted the top panel and made our cuts. With the quarter panel temporarily being held on, we wanted to make sure we didn't have any weird panel gaps, so we did fit up the tailgate, the rear bumper as well as the rear lights, just to make sure we don't have any weird gaps. With the alignment looking good, we removed the quarter panel, then we linched it all down and sprayed it with the WELD primer. Before we could fit the quarter panel, we applied a thick layer of adhesive to the arch. With the quarter panel fitted, we used self-tapping screws to hold it in place. So I got my fire blanket set up, my welder ready, so let's get welding.
So as you guys saw, we welded up that rear quarter, fitted all the back end up, and checked all our gaps and tacked in a few different areas so our quarter panel don't move. And we also removed the parts and also installed the front doors and checked all our alignment because we had this section, put in as well. So yeah, we've actually moved onto the filler stage. We're 80% there now. There's not much actually left to do.
Yeah, guys. So we're getting a lot closer to actually finishing off this project now. Hopefully in the next video we can get this car in paint. We can paint up all the doors, the bonnet and the bumpers as well. And then it's just a matter of actually putting this car back together. And we have got a few upgrades for the car as well. So hopefully in the next video you guys will see that. So yeah guys, the uploads have been a bit slow, haven't they, Z?
Yeah. The thing is that we're only doing this like 2-3 hours a day, so we're not really getting much done. So that's the only reason it's taken so long, this project.
Yeah, so we are going to end the video here guys. If you want to keep up to date with what we're doing, just follow us on Instagram and TikTok as well. At Performance Rebuilds, we'll upload a few videos here and there, short ones. So yeah guys, we're going to end the video here. Thanks a lot for watching and we'll see you guys in the next video and hopefully this car will be pretty much complete.